In America. My name is Bob Bianchi. I'm the National First Vice President. For those of you who have been following our Facebook Live series, we greatly appreciate it. We hope that you can like and share those appearances that we have of those special guests, as well as all the great content we have at OSDIA.org. That's OSIA.org. And of course, if you'd like to become a member, we'll talk about that a little bit later. We'd love to have you come on board. We've been doing the Facebook Live series starting from the COVID scenario, and it has been a tremendous success with regard to the guests. We do it every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. We decided, however, today to show you a little snapshot into the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy and America, because we've been getting a lot of questions from folks asking, well, what's the organization about? What is it that you do? There's a lot of moving pieces because we are a national organization headquartered in Washington, D.C., and we're very proud of the work that we do. And I am very proud and honored to introduce to you our national president, Nancy DeFiore-Quinn. Nancy, welcome, and please give us a message as we kick this show off today.
Thank you. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Nancy DeFiore-Quinn. I am the national president of the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy and America. I'm a member of this wonderful organization for over 44 years, and it's just been delightful. When I first joined, I kind of just joined for social reasons, and then after a while, we started to realize how important it was for us to gather together as Italian Americans to help save our Italian heritage, save our Italian language, and to do everything we could to boost Italian Americans, especially in America. So it's been a long haul for me, and the people that are working under me and our staff are just so devoted to this whole Order Sons and Daughters of Italy and America that I couldn't be happier and I couldn't be more proud than to be president. I hope you enjoy the rest of the program. You're going to meet a lot of wonderful people that make this OSDIA tick. So thanks a lot. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, thanks, President Nancy, and thank you for your leadership during these difficult times, because in some ways where other organizations may have kind of slowed down, you have given us the authority and the ability to really move in a different direction like we never had before, like most of us using these technological platforms, and it wouldn't have happened without your support. President Nancy, as you know, the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America isn't just a fraternal organization that has a lot of fun. We have a lot of grand lodges on the state level, local lodges, and of course we are the national organization. But we also do a tremendous amount in the community and have for so long since the inception of this organization in 1905. So again, it's my honor and privilege to introduce to you what we call in our organization the foundation president. That is a person that obviously is the president in charge of the foundation, which is one of the arms of the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy and America, Joe Sciamej. Joe, what's going on? Tell us about the foundation and what is it that we're up to?
Well, good evening, and thank you for this opportunity. It's a great night. Actually, this is my anniversary, 52 years today in the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy and America, September 29th, 1968. So it couldn't be a better night for me. Now, having been a national president of this great organization and now president of its foundation, I can speak and recall some of the history, and we have continued to give ever since we were founded in 1905. Back then, we may have helped with widows, orphan children, the burials, we had mortuary programs going on, but now, all the way up until 1959, a lot of that charity was really not recognized. But in 1959, owing to the United States federal income tax laws at that time, what happened is that we became a 501c3 organization, meaning that those who contribute to us have benefited in their own income tax returns and whatever. So what has happened over the years is that from a very small scholarship program that was very limited, we have now grown to $1 million program. And so each year from the National Sons of Italy, we afford great scholarships. And we support multiple charity programs, Alzheimer's, autism, cancer research program, and our premier charity program, the Cooley's Anemia Foundation, which helps children to survive until greater ages. In addition to that, our scholarship program is very vast. Each year, at our annual dinner dance or dinner function, actually, in Washington, D.C., or of late in Virginia, we've had hundreds of people attend, and we've awarded 10 to 12 scholarships a year to the brightest students in America, usually some 600 students competing for it. So on and on, we've helped with disasters throughout the world, especially in our beloved Italy. We helped in 1980 with the great earthquake then, but more recently we helped in L'Aquila, we've helped in Macerata. We've done really great charity programs. So it's really part of a bigger picture. I wish I could speak longer about it. Maybe someday we will, because there's so much good charity work. And my feeling is that we're passing on that sense of giving to the next generation. And despite the COVID virus, we are still giving in this incredible period of time that we're living. So that's my message tonight.
Hey, Joe, I'd just like to ask you two questions. Talk to us a little bit about Wounded Warriors, also legacy contributions, and how can people donate to the foundation to contribute to all the great work we do?
Well, in terms of Wounded Warriors, we had contributed quite a bit to them in the past. And then in more recent years, we've done something even more exciting. We belong to an organization that provides vans for veterans who are paraplegics and who are unable to be in smaller vehicles. So as a result, we've done this every year by presenting a $20,000 van to the family of those people. In terms of legacy, we can proudly say that we have received a very generous 7-figure estate recently. And that was given to us by a person, a woman who came originally from Sicily, and she migrated to America, married, and unfortunately, or fortunately, she lived to 109. But during that period of time, she had no children. She and her husband, who lived to 102, and they presented this was a magnificent gift for scholarships. So legacy is a very important part of the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America. In point of fact, our current scholarship program, even without that generous gift, we have a $1 million endowment that has been given to us by living men and women who've entrusted to us a 6-figure donation, which we then invest appropriately. And from the interest annually, we give those scholarships. How can one help? Simply on our website. I believe we have a category under legacy, and one could get additional information. Of course, writing to the national office in Washington is very easy. If you don't mind, if you got a pencil, 219 East Northeast Street, and that's in Washington, D.C., 20002. And simply write us a letter. Let us know that you'd like more about legacies, and we'd be more than happy to provide it. I love to sit, talk with somebody, or give me a call at my own office and fill you in. It's a great thing to do. Leaving a legacy is an important part of our lives. I know I've done it at the university where I work now, and a student every year gets a scholarship. What could make me more proud about that?
Awesome, Joe. Thank you so much for all the work that you do. And as Joe indicated, you could also go online at oisa.org, and you can make any level of contribution, even if it's certainly not a legacy contribution. You can be assured it's going to go to those charities that we're so proud of. Thank you for all the work that you do. So folks, what we've listened to right now is our national president, Nancy. She is in charge of the entire organization. People have asked us again how these moving pieces work. And now we know that Joe Sciamej, who was also a former national president, is now the president of the foundation. But another arm that we have at the Sons and Daughters of Italy in America is our Commission for Social Justice, also known as CSJ. They are the anti-defamation arm, not just for Italian Americans, but for any group that are suffering from defamation. Robert Ferrito is the president of the Commission for Social Justice. Robert, welcome, and tell us a little bit about the organization and what we've been doing lately.
Bob, thanks very much. First of all, I guess I'm the youngest guy. I'm only in the order about 25 years, so I'm the junior of Nancy and Joe. But I have to tell you, not only do we fight bias and bigotry, but we try to promote a positive image of the Italian American community, our strengths, what we do throughout the entire country. And as everyone knows, lately we've been fighting the removal, the destruction of these Columbus statues, the removal of the holiday. We've been fighting this throughout the entire country, and we've been busy. We've been very busy. But what we have done, and I have to tell you, I'm very proud because I believe for the first time in a long time that the Italian American community is united in this mission to make sure that these statues get put back, they get replaced, and to make sure that the Columbus holiday stays a federal holiday that it was designated many, many years ago. We've joined forces with other organizations, major organizations throughout the United States, educating people and educating as many people as we can on the false narrative that's been out there maligning Christopher Columbus for so many years. And a lot of these individuals and these educational institutions have bought into this misinformation. So we're out there putting the truth out there, because with truth, you can never go wrong with the truth about Christopher Columbus. We're putting legal teams together throughout the entire country to address the elected officials who have removed these statues erroneously. They don't have that kind of authority to remove these statues. This has been a major, major task of the Commission for Social Justice. And I have to tell you, it's been a 24/7 job, and I'm proud to be doing it. I have a tremendous passion for my Italian heritage, as we all do. And this will, I believe, we will be victorious because, again, we have truth on our side, and we are all united, once again, the Italian American community. Yeah.
All right, Robert, and thank you. It's been a tremendous amount of work. I see all those emails and the work that are going across all our social media platforms, which, by the way, folks, you can go on Facebook. Please join us. Instagram, Twitter. We have a YouTube channel. All of those various avenues. You can see all the work that we do, including the work that Robert's doing. And you can even go on the homepage of OSDIA.org. And I believe that there will be a button that's there where you can donate with respect to assistance for the Commission for Social Justice. As well as a business directory that the Commission for Social Justice has, where you can, at various levels, put your information in and raise funds so that we can not only do this with regard to Columbus, fighting the attack on Columbus, but also for the positive image campaigns that we run because of the tremendous amount of discrimination against Italian Americans that still exists in this country. Okay, next, we're going to move on to no organization works. Obviously, you can have all this great talent that you just listened to from Nancy and Joe and Robert without a solid administration. We're very proud of the fact that our national headquarters in Washington, D.C., we have our own building. It is run by our Chief Operating Officer, Joseph DiTrapani. Joe is also former national president of the Order of Sons and Daughters of Italy in America, and he's got an amazing staff. So, Joe, tell us what it is that you do. What does your day look like? Talk about those business developments you're creating, the political contacts we have on Capitol Hill. And then, if that's not enough, could you introduce some of that great staff that makes these ideas that we have actually come into form and move into function?
Thank you, Bob. Yes, our office, as Robert just told you, we're in the heart of Washington, D.C., 2 blocks from Union Station. We have a staff of 4 full-time people. And what we do is we represent the organization, as you just heard. We're on the Hill all the time, talking to the Italian caucuses and building up our image with all our elected officials. We're very, very highly thought of, and it's working so nice, and I'm proud of it. Our staff, we have Miles Fisher. He is our editor-in-chief. We have a magazine that goes out once a quarter, incredible magazine, to all our members across the country. We have Justin Smith, he's our managing director. Justin manages all the daily business that comes in because all our members, as Bob said, we have thousands of members across the country that call in for advice and service, and we handle that as well. Emily Knoche, she's our program director. She also manages all our scholarships from the office side of the fence. Emily is a brilliant young lady, and I'm proud to say that she's doing an incredible job as the program director of our organization. The last employee we have is Adam Jacobs. Adam is our director of finance. His job is to basically, he manages the money directly with the accountants and whatever, and the finance people, and he's doing a terrific job. Even during these tough times, the office is still managed by somebody at least once a week, 1 day a week, and it's moving along. We just opened up a new lodge in Rome, as you know, Bob. And this lodge in Rome, what we do is we service that lodge. We also helped Andrea Bocelli when the earthquake hit in Italy. We helped and raised money to rebuild his school in Italy. So we don't forget our homeland of Italy, where most of us originated from, but we do all the work here in Washington, D.C. to keep the organization moved, because our organization is national. It's coast to coast. We have lodges all over the country. We're the largest Italian organization, and I'm proud to say the office manages that. So being part of that team is very special. We work closely with Nancy, Joe, and Robert to maintain that atmosphere. So Bob, I'm proud to say that the office is working extremely well.
Thank you. Great leadership, Joe. And we all owe a great degree of credit. Like I said, it doesn't happen without your guidance and
Thank you.
actually going operational with these ideas. Miles, real quick, can you give us an idea of what your day looks like and talk a little bit about the magazine? Because it's really an amazing product with great data in it.
Yeah, I like to say that every issue of the magazine, it comes out quarterly, 4 times a year. Every issue of the magazine is its own adventure. It's its own roller coaster ride. Every day is different. You're getting requests from several different people for several different things. What's wonderful, though, about that position is having a hand in basically everything that's going on. If you put out a magazine, the magazine goes out to the entire membership population. And I'm sure there'll be some members that are watching this that'll contact me in case they're not getting it. You can always contact me. And then also individual subscribers. And it's really something that keeps everyone together in the country, finding out what exactly the organization has been doing. For instance, Joe was talking about the $200,000 that we gave to the Bocelli Foundation for the elementary school that they rebuilt after the 2016 Central Italy earthquake in Muccia. I have to know about that. I have to write an article about that to bring that to the attention of all the members and all the individuals who contributed to earthquake relief. The new lodge in Rome, I have to know about that because I have to bring that to the attention. We for the first time in 115 years, we established a lodge in Italy. So there's a lot that goes into the magazine just from letting people know what's going on in the organization. But in addition to that, what people really also enjoy are the feature articles. They're really fun. We get several submissions from freelance authors all across the country. And they come up with some really wonderful stories, really interesting stories that produce some sort of slice of heritage, whether it's a family story or a travel story. They really dig into their roots, and it's something that's really wonderful for everyone to receive in their mailbox. And I will say that in these times, through these times, we've seen a lot of people really interested in the magazine, a lot of people giving gift subscriptions to people who are stuck at home. And so I think getting something in the mailbox has really boosted the morale, and this next issue that's coming out hopefully will also be another boost of morale, especially with some of the stories that are in there. So it's all together. It's really an interesting process, always a learning process for me. And I hope for everyone who receives it that from what I hear, they read it cover to cover. And if there is a single mistake in any issue, I'll hear about it. Sure.
All right, great, Miles. I really appreciate all, excuse me, all the hard work you do. Justin, let's go to you next, okay? You may recognize Justin's face because when we have our celebrity guests on our typical Wednesdays at 7 o'clock Facebook Live series, Justin is typically the moderator of that. So he's the person that basically is putting this all together. He's doing the pre-promotion. He's looking at the questions that our people on Facebook are typing in so that they could be asked to the guests, and a ton more. Justin, take it home. What are you doing? Talk to us a little bit about our younger demographic and our effort to get more women and younger people in the organization.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big drive of ours right now. We definitely, adding the daughters in there a few years ago, while, women were always a part of our organization, that was an important, change for the name. Because we think a lot of people thought that they couldn't belong when it's always been open to women. So we're definitely, we're making a big drive and a big push to introduce or to welcome everybody into our, women, younger people. There's been a big proactive push to get a younger audience, a younger membership involved, and, things like the interviews, being involved on social media. These are the things that we're hoping will really get in touch with our younger audience.
Yeah, Justin, actually, I'm not sure if I was going to hit Mary with this or you with it, but we can't state it enough. Can you give us a little idea of the metrics? I know I'm throwing this at you last second. If you can't answer it, it's fine. But the metrics that we've had with regard to our Facebook Live series every Wednesday at 7 o'clock with regard to the amount of people watching and viewing those interviews?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the first season, we had over 120,000 views. And that was over, I think we had 12 episodes in that first season. So we're averaging right around 10,000 views an episode for that first season. We had over 180,000 impressions. So that means that people either watched, liked, commented, shared as well. So those numbers for something that kind of grew out of nothing, grew out of an idea of ours. And, thanks to you, Bob, you were, integral in getting that started. That was really something that we took pride in and really something that was impressive. And our second season that we started 3 weeks ago is picked up right where the first season left off. So the first few episodes were averaging right around 18,000 views. So hopefully we can continue that to roll forward and hopefully keep the seasons coming.
Great, Justin. And you know what? All you got to do is click like on Facebook, and hopefully you'll be able to see when we're on. Emily, so give us an idea. What's going on with you? What are you doing at the national office, and any perspectives you have?
Yes, so as the program director, I wear several different hats. I work with we have biannual plenary sessions. We actually are just coming off of our first ever virtual plenary session at the end of August. That went very well, thanks to everyone else on the call right now. We also have biennial conventions, so those are every other August, where we have a much bigger group come together. And both of those are so that, our officers, everyone involved at the higher level of our organization can meet, can make decisions, and it's, they've always gone really smoothly. I also work with our National Education Leadership Awards Gala, NELA Gala, through the foundation. Joe Shami touched on that earlier, but that's where we give out our scholarships, we give out, we recognize everyone through our different philanthropies we're involved with, and we have several honorees that we recognize who've made contributions to the Italian American community. And then I also work with coordinating the scholarship program that we have every year, so that the applications for the 2021-2022 academic year will go live in just a few weeks at the end of October. So look for those on our website. They're all online. That's for our national scholarship program. As Joe Shami mentioned, again, we have usually 10 to 12 that we offer each year. And we're very fortunate to have those donations that come in that we're able to give out scholarships to some very talented and very deserving students.
Great, Emily, thank you so much. So Emily kind of touched on this, and we want to give you a little bit of a quick table of organization of the group. And Nancy is the national president. We've heard from Robert and Joe, who are the foundation president and the CSJ president. And underneath Nancy are 5 vice presidents, national vice presidents. There's a recording secretary, an orator. There's a number of financial officers, and we have trustees. And these are people who come from the Grand Lodges around the country who are actual delegates. They're people that come to these conventions, and all of us get together and we have a great time, but a prolific agenda because we're doing a lot in the organization. It's this staff that puts that all together, and it's a monumental task. But this is a very sophisticated organization with a lot of moving pieces, not to mention we have committees and commissions. On top of everything else we got going on here, we even got that. And I got 2 folks with us right now that I want to have talk to us. One is Mark DeNunzio, Dr. Mark DeNunzio. He is out of Pensacola, and he's on a number of different committees, but I want him to speak, Mark, directly about the membership commission, what it does, and what we're looking for. And you've been very instrumental in the Facebook Live series. Any thoughts that you think would be important for our audience to know? Membership commission, Dr. Mark DeNunzio.
Yes, thank you, Bob. Well, I think the most important thing is that people realize that to become a member, All they have to do is go to our website, osdia.org, and there's a membership tab, and there's you can scroll down and it has membership options. There's two readily available options. First is become a regular member. Regular member meets, this is pre-COVID, would meet with a group in person at a local lodge. And you can click on the map that's there to find local lodges in the various states. You could also Google, all you have to do is Google either Sons and Daughters of Italy or Sons of Italy in your city to see if there's a local lodge in your city. We have approximately 400 local lodges throughout the entire United States, from coast to coast. Many of them concentrated, of course, in the Northeast, but again, all over California, from California to the Northwest down to Florida. So 400 local lodges. And if you don't live close by to a local lodge, you could still become a member, a digital member, or what we call an at-large member. For $35 a year, you get all the benefits of a regular member. You don't have to go to meetings, but you get all the membership benefits, and that includes the Miles Fisher's magazine, Italian America, 4 times a year, plus the newsletter, Questo Mese, once a month, that digital information newsletter that comes out to your email address, and then plus all the opportunities for the discounts. And I will plug one, the Office Depot discount. If you have your own business, or you do a lot of printing, that would save me and my dental practice literally hundreds of dollars a year because of the Office Depot discount. So that's the at-large members have all the benefits of a regular member, but just not the ability to go to local lodge meetings. But we do have some, they can join, the at-large members can become part of the closed Facebook group. We have about 1,000 at-large members, and from time to time we have a Zoom meeting with our at-large members. So there's that avenue. Anything I'm missing? We also developed programs.
Mark, give me an idea. You talked about Facebook. How many followers do we have on our Facebook for?
We're up about 78,000 followers, 78,000 people who like us, and 78,000 who follow us. And I think because of the Facebook Live series, we've seen that grow incrementally month after month, the number of followers and the number of likes that we have. So that tells us that people are being engaged by our content. And I was impressed to hear that, Dina Martin, had 20,000 views. So people who see that hopefully come to our website, again, osdia.org. And if you have a membership question, you want to start a lodge, we also handle that. If you want to email us, it's simple, membership@osdia.org. So that's membership@osdia.org. We'll answer your questions personally.
Great. Thank you, Mark, so much. Now, we talked a lot about the Facebook Live series as well. That's part of our technology committee that we have. Dr. Mary Kovacs is here from Ohio. Mark's actually from Florida, if I didn't say that before. So Mary, talk to us a little bit about where we're going with the Facebook Live series that we have at 7 o'clock every Wednesday night, and any other thoughts that you have about where you see the organization moving forward in the future. And thank you for all the work and time that you've put in to help us launch all of this stuff.
Absolutely. Thanks, Bob. So we established a tech committee, and that was essentially the launching pad for our Facebook Live series. We kicked off season 1 in April, and we concluded in June. We had 13 celebrity Italian or Italian-American guests. And as Justin mentioned, we had nearly 120,000 Facebook views. We had more than 21,000 Facebook engagements, like comments and likes. And we had a viewer reach or impressions of about 180,000. We had 3 episodes already for season 2. We have a great lineup ready for our viewers through mid-November. Next week, we have a special Columbus episode with Rafael Ortiz and Dr. Carol Delaney. And after that, we have Adriana Trujani, Doug and Laura Flutie, the Sicilian Tenors. So we're really excited to share more about our organization, what Italians and Italian Americans are doing around the country, and it's really been a phenomenal experience.
Mary, what are the dates that we're going to have with Mr. Ortiz and the Columbus special? What's that going to be about?
That's going to be Monday, October 5th. So we're veering off our Wednesday series just a little bit. It'll be a week prior from Columbus Day, and it'll be just an active engagement. We hope there's a significant number of viewers that participate. We know there's a lot of questions and some information out there, so we want to make sure that we're guiding people along the right path.
Excellent. All right, listen, guys, that's all we have for you today. We want to give you that little bit of a snapshot about this great organization because many people have been asking us since we've been doing that Facebook Live series. So October 5th, if you can be there, that would be great. And every Wednesday at 7 o'clock, we got a great lineup, as Mary just talked about. And I want to thank you all of those who have participated in the Zoom for the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America, for all the great work you do. And for all of you folks that are supporting us, please go to sciamej.org, make that little bit of an extra step. If you can make a donation, that'd be great. Or if you could just like our Facebook page and our social media, that would be great too. We'd love to see you. And that's going to conclude today's episode, and we will see you next week. I hope you all stay safe and healthy.